All right, so beginning of a new chapter. I'm going to start recording some of my workouts, what I eat, and also just kind of like catch up with you on what's going on in my life. So, new chapter happening right now. I'm leaving the Riverloft, which is the home I've been living in Connecticut for the last basically year, and I'm going to be moving back to the city. So this could be a big change. But before I do that, I'm going to get a quick workout in with you and show you what I make for dinner tonight. So hopefully you can learn a little bit about how I work out, how I handle my nutrition, and really just have fun and kind of come with me on this journey. So look forward to it. All right. So we're going to go to the gym. I'm going to take you with me. We're going to go to Equinox and we're going to get a full body workout in. So the purpose of this workout, because it's a Monday, I always like to get the hardest thing done first. And for me, that's squats. So we'll go through that together and hopefully my legs aren't completely destroyed by the end of this. But what I typically do now when I work out is instead of doing like a body part split, like when I was younger, I used to be able to get to the gym 4 or 5 days a week pretty consistently so I could break it up by body part. Now, what I'm doing more is training like consistently at least 3 days a week. And because I'm training not as frequently, I'm really focusing on doing full body. And there's pros and cons to it, right? Because I'm training less, something I'm focusing on or something I have to do is have a slightly longer workout. When I'm able to go to the gym more frequently, like the way I used to, I could have like a shorter workout, right? And kind of break up the body parts. But you know, these workouts are so interesting because it's like, I always kind of like, in a way, it's like I dread it, but after I go, I always feel so good and I get that sort of like rush, right? And that's what keeps me coming back, because it's not like I feel like I want to work out now, but it's the feeling I get afterwards. I just feel centered. So this day's a little bit different than normal. I usually work out, or try to work out first thing in the morning, like around 7 a.m. I was visiting my girlfriend in New Haven, and because of that, I got a late start today. So it's like 4:30 p.m. and I'm hoping the gym's not going to be that busy around this time. I don't think it should be, because in the morning and around 6, it always gets crazy. But I'm just gonna have fun. You know, I'm not gonna stress the weight so much today. But like every workout, I gotta push myself. You know, if I'm not feeling like I'm exhausted those last couple sets, you know, the last 3 or 4 sets, that's where you get, you know, all the benefit from. So it is what it is. So I'll meet you guys at the gym and we'll go through the workout together. I'm gonna do the Airdyne bike today. So if you're using the Airdyne bike, you know, I really have a love-hate relationship with this thing. But the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure it's at hip width for the seat, and you want to use your legs and arms at like equal strength. You know, sometimes people over-dominate with their arms, but if you do that, you're not going to get very far. But I find before doing squats that this is going to really give me an amazing leg pump and get my legs primed for doing squats. Like, I think it's like an amazing warm-up. So I'm going to do 100 meters and you'll see how I feel after. So I'll save you the time of watching me suffer and just show you the end. All right, completed 100 meters, a little bit under 5 minutes. It goes 4:45, around there. And after I did these warm-ups too, it's like I need like a solid 3 to 5 minutes just to like catch my breath. You know,
my legs are like pulsating right now. So sometimes I just lay down at this point too, but I'm not gonna do that today. I'm just gonna take a knee, focus on my breathing, make sure it's under control again, and then we'll get into the lifting. But you know, the warm-up is tough. You know, I like to start with one of the hardest things first, and then, you know, once I get through the squats, it's like the rest of it feels like it's going downhill. But the warm-up is needed because if I go in cold, my intensity is not going to be the same. Like I feel like I just drank an espresso. Like I feel wide awake now, so I think it does make a difference. But you don't want that warm-up to be longer than probably 5 or 6 minutes. That's all you need. Any longer than that, if you're training for endurance, that's one thing, but if you just want, you know, aesthetics and have good conditioning, I think 3 to 5 minutes is perfect. So, all right, once I catch my breath, we'll go into the squats. Let's go. Whew. Oh shit. So I don't know if you saw that, but before every time I went down, I took a deep breath in, really focused on tightening my core. So analogy I like to draw is if I'm in a pool and the water's up to my shoulders, when I go below water, what are you gonna do? You're gonna hold your breath. So I try to hold that breath, take that deep breath in, really tighten up, and then hold it until I come back above the water. So hopefully that method makes sense when you try to do your squats, because it's gonna help you lift heavier because you're activating more muscles. And it's like your core muscles are like a natural back brace. It's gonna help protect your back too. All right, so we're just gonna do some muscle ups. So I usually just start with like regular pull-ups, then kind of work my way up to this. So this is definitely something that took me a while, but if you're able to go for it, it's an awesome exercise. The sort of trick about this, if you're new, is like get a little momentum. It's okay to cheat a little in the beginning instead of going like strict down and up. So I'm gonna aim for around 8 to 10 of these. Whew. All right, can catch my breath now. So I love those because lats, tries, a little bit of chest when you do the dip, works everything. All right, gonna do some incline bench press. Just gotta get the clips on here. Woo. Oh man, I want to bring that seat down a little bit more. So one of the keys to the incline is when you do this, you really want to like try and drive your feet down to the ground. And it's okay to have like a little arch in your back while doing this. So let's get into it. I'll try to aim for like 8 or 10 reps here. Weights are even. Woo. Whew. There we go. All right, so when my upper body now is taking time to rest, I'm gonna superset this with some heavy T-bar rows. So it's important with these to try to get a full range of motion between each set. Whew. Now I need at least 3 or 4 minutes of rest.
All right, so last but not least, I always end with core, and I do that for a reason. Is, you know, when I'm doing those heavy compound lifts like you saw earlier, I want to make sure I have the most energy to make sure my form's good, and also those type of exercises are compound movements. So you're going to get the biggest ROI and bang for your buck through those exercises. You're going to even hit your core with those exercises like squats and stuff like that. Like, you may not think of it as a core exercise, but all that core bracing I mentioned earlier is incredibly taxing on your core. But to finish it out, I always like to do some sort of like targeted ab or core work. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do some weighted sit-ups. Then I'm going to do some obliques too. I'm going to hit my obliques with this. And then I'm going to turn around in the machine and do some leg raises. So I'm really going to hit like every part. So let's get into it. Oh God. So the other thing about when you hit your core, you know, you want to work it to failure. If you're not working it to failure, you're wasting your time. And if you really want to get your abs to pop, you got to add some resistance. That felt good. Got completed. I was right. I'm really glad I went, except for one thing. So Equinox, I mean, it's a nice gym. It's almost too nice for me, to be honest. I feel like I could work out in any type of gym. I don't really care that much, except for, you know, I started there and I met a lot of clients there, so I continue to go. I think it's worth it. But anyways, after the workout, I decided to use those kind of like reusable, or not reusable, those one-time razors that they have. And, you know, just trying to be efficient with my time. And I just looked at my neck after it, and it's literally like I probably have like 15 razor cuts underneath my neck. You know, it's like for a luxury gym, sometimes I don't know what I was thinking, but I was just trying to like get in, get out, and those razors just aren't the best, and I just nicked up my face. So I just got to make sure it stops bleeding, but I'll be all right. I'll live, and at the end of the day, I'm not complaining. But anyways, I'm gonna be having a quick dinner and heading to the city. So I'll see you there, and thanks for hanging with me in the gym. All right, so Metro North train coming, New York City, here I come. All right, so I just went through Grand Central, almost back at the apartment. It's so crazy. It's just like, you know, once you get here, you know you're in the city. It's 11 o'clock at night, super late, but I mean, it's always buzzing. And that's the energy that I missed. And I can't wait, because I think it just helps me perform better. And, you know, every once in a while, you just need that spark. So, almost home, a few more minutes. All right, finally made it back to the apartment. I got some unpacking to do. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to show you what I ate for dinner tonight. I really just stuffed it down quick. It's super late here. I'm tired, but thanks for sticking with me on my first vlog, and can't wait to show you what's going on next time.